Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to Stay Democratic People's Republic of Korea, my first and only trip to North Korea, alternatively known as North Korea Dating Simulator. I've been waiting for this one a very, very long time. No, seriously, because this is made by the same people who made Panzermädels. And let me tell you about dating simulators. Because dating simulators generally fall into one of two camps, which is either they want to kind of like, they want to pretend they're proper literature and there's like a full flipping novel in there, but it's not necessarily a very well written novel, to be honest. And they're very long and they want to go proper romancy and choicey, and the game kind of tracks like how many points you have and various stats that determines who you end up with at the end, and diddly diddly dee. They're very, very long. And to be honest, sometimes those go on too long for my liking. And on the other hand, you've got the ones that are just basically, devs that decided you want to look at anime boobs, so there's going to be anime boobs with the bare minimum context. They need to string it into a vaguely coherent narrative to justify it. But these guys down here, these devs, they sit in a beautiful spot in the middle, which is they made Panzermädels, and Panzermädels was great, because Panzermädels was brilliantly written, it was hilarious, it was funny, it was the best visual novel I've ever seen, and this is the, not really the sequel, but it's made by the same guys with the same sort of design ethos, so yes, I'm rather looking forward to North Korea Dating Simulator. It's taken a long time, but it's finally going to happen. I'm finally on a plane from Beijing to Pyongyang. I'll be staying the week with a couple of pen pals in the Korean army. I've been writing to them while on duty in Afghanistan. They seemed interested in meeting me, so they asked me to come over on my next leave. It didn't look like it was going to happen though. I'm not sure why, but the airport wouldn't let me fly directly to Pyongyang. Something about no direct flights, having to fly to Russia or China first. I only just barely learned Korean in time for this. Blimey, that's impressive. Just basically, while I'm actually a soldier in Afghanistan doing, like, soldiery things, in my spare time I also just learnt Korean. Marvellous. Then I had to stumble through Chinese to get there. We're about to touch down at Pyongyang Sunan International Airport. Are you North Korean? In which case, congratulations, you've got access to the internet. I didn't think that was allowed. Once we get off, I'm waiting for my bags at the claim centre. They've stopped the baggage claim carriage. My bags aren't there. Oh man, this is flipped up beyond all recognition. Don't tell me they lost my luggage. I'd better go find customer service before my buddies get here. Turning around, I walk straight into someone. Is it by any chance going to be an anime babe with large anime boobs who you're going to end up potentially being, well, one of two potential romance options in this game? And it is... Hey, why are you right behind me? Oh no, it might just be the flipping secret police, it's fine. I've run right into what appears to be a member of the Korean military. Full suit and everything. Oh, suit? Suit, possibly. What's more? She's hot! Yep, it was her. It was her, that's fine. If you go for the chicken uniform thing. Yep, there she is. Mr. John, I presume. Her English is pretty good. A bit broken, but better than most kids I met in Afghanistan. How do you know my name? We were expecting your arrival. I finally notice she's not alone. Another cute girl in military regalia is next to her. Oh, this just gets better and better. I only told my buddies, Jong and Yunji, that I was... Okay, I'm going to apologise, okay? If you're Korean, I'm not entirely sure how Korean pronunciation works. I'm going for Jong and Yunji, okay? That's just what I'm going for. It's probably wrong. I apologise. I only told Jong and Yunji that I was showing up. That would be us. Wait, I thought... It's not, I just mean, aren't Jong and Yunji, well, guys? It's no. Why would you assume that? Would you assume that? Not always. Like some names in your country, they can be applied to both genders. But you said it was fine if I stayed with you while I was here. Absolutely. We received special permission to have you stay in our personal barracks. We might have a hold-up. It looks like the airline lost my luggage. So I need to check with the service desk about that. Oh, no. I've got the Korean military on my side now. I think my bag will be found. No need to worry. We have secured your luggage. That's great. Where is it? It has been sent to our political bureau security checkpoint. Oh, she's so happy. She's so happy about that. I like Jong. She's cheerful. Cheerful about the police state. Fine. What? They must make sure you have no illegal contraband on you. Anything that will be detrimental to our country and glorious leader will be confiscated. I think that's perfectly 100% fair. If you desire our friendship, then do this. I like her. Like her already. You can speak Korean, right? Well, I have been studying a little. I guess I have a handle on it. I've even got this manual to help me out. I reach into my carry-on and pull out my translation guide. Upon seeing it, Yunji slaps it out of my hands. Ow, what the hell did you do that for? Just a slight raised eyebrow moment here. Yeah, every time Yunji speaks, unfortunately, she seems to be speaking in a slightly weird pidgin English stereotypical Far East Asian accent that's probably slightly racist and makes me a bit uncomfortable. Luckily, I just skipped a tiny bit ahead. Yeah, in a moment, my character starts speaking in Korean, and thus, obviously, all the text is in English, so our English becomes normal spoken written English, so therefore we don't have to worry about the terrifying and probably slightly offensive and racist accent that's on display right now. So I'm just going to pretend Yunji's not speaking for a bit. I'm sorry for Yunji's outburst, but the manual depicts the language of the territory occupied by Western imperialists. Imperialists? I don't think the British ever invaded Korea. I thought it was just all one big Korea. John, you're incredibly ignorant, all things considered. I don't know how exactly you managed to go to Korea without realising there was, a couple of Koreas floating around there. I'm so glad you understand the situation. There is only one true Korea! I like Jong. Jong is great. Regardless, I'd like for you to work with Yunji. She'll help you get better with Korean. And you'll help her with English. She doesn't appear exactly 100% happy with that arrangement there, Jong. It's time we went back to our barracks. You should be thankful. The top advisor on tourism recommends you stay with your guides instead of at a hotel. You did bring a lot of foreign cash, though, as we suggested. Yes, I feel like I'm about to be kidnapped by the Korean state here. Well, the North Korean state, sorry. I did, though I'm not quite sure I understand why. Couldn't I just use my credit card? It would be quicker than going to exchange all of these bills for Korean won. Most everything you need has already been paid for in advance. However, the shops you'll visit will want hard currency, and they prefer foreign bills to the won. Here we are. Yunji, would you prefer if I just spoke Korean? Because I think we'd all be more comfortable if I just spoke Korean and then it all got translated back into normal written English. Well, maybe it's a bit easier for now, though. Yes, there we are. That's much better. Yunji, you just keep speaking like that. We'll just give you a grumpy voice. It'll be fine. I guess I have to speak Korean from here on out. Oh, we should take a picture together before we leave the airport. I get my phone out and take a picture of us. Oh, I'm going to get arrested. I'm going to get so arrested. What did you just do? I took your picture. That's all. No, get rid of it now. But you look so adorable. See, don't tell the Korean military they look adorable. Stop it. I am not cute. Get rid of that photo now. I'm sorry, but let me explain. In Korea, we do not allow photos of our military to be taken without permission, unless it's at a national event in which it cannot be helped. I must ask you to please delete the photograph. Oh, can I keep it? It was a John, you're this close to the Labour camps. Alright, just delete the photo. Yunji looks adorable, being the only one so pouty. I'm going to be honest, Jong doesn't look 100% thrilled. These things often have multiple endings, by the way, and back in Panzermails there was loads of different endings depending on what happened, so I'm guessing there's going to be plenty of endings here where I just die in North Korea if I don't make the right choices. So that's fun. I'll put in a call to headquarters to get you a suitable replacement. One that will work on our network. Oh, I'm going to be spied on. I'm pretty sure I saw 4 bars on my phone, It's best to not argue with her about this one. I guess it's not worth it. Yes, very true. Please, follow us to the car and we will take you to our place. Our superiors should already have finished checking your luggage. We'll be able to relax. They lead me to a large, boxy automobile. It looks like a 1980s Soviet car with some modifications to the interior. We sit in the back and I can't see anything. Yes, you can. There's clearly trees, alright? This was not the right artwork for that text. And I can't see the front of the vehicle either. It's kind of dark in here. I was hoping to see some of the city as we drove. I'm afraid that, since we're taking you to our personal barracks, we can't let you see the route. It is forbidden by our illustrious leader that tourists do not know the way from the airport to military locations. Then, why do they let me stay at your personal barracks? I know, stop questioning it. They told us to take you to stay with us. We are doing so. Be grateful. Our place is better than any local hotel. I am grateful. Thank you for taking me in. I told you, stop thanking me. It's not like we did it for you or anything. We're just following orders. I swear, I think she blushed saying that. I think someone has a little crunch on you, John. I'm not sure I get what you just said. What? Crush. It's crush. John, come on. Good news. The inspection of your luggage is complete. They found very little to remove. So there should be very little missing. Well, that is broadly good news, albeit I don't know what is missing. Some stuff's going to be missing. Will I get my belongings when I get back for home? Jong. Hey, I know. You're probably starving, right? I'm not getting that stuff back, am I? Yunji, what are we planning to make for dinner? I'm making dinner? I thought we were just taking him to the mess hall. How can you be so thoughtless? He's our guest. We should make a proper meal for him. It's okay. I don't mind hitting up the Korean chow hall. I mean, I'm fine with whatever you two want to do. You're poking the fun at me, aren't you? Yoonji appears angry. Well, even more angry than she had been. You don't think I can do it. You think my English is terrible and I can't even cook. That's not what I was saying. I'll show you. One home-cooked meal coming up. Well, I appreciate it, Yoonji. Thank you. I'll make you eat your words. And some kimchi, whatever that is exactly. That is so sweet of you, Yoonji. You must really like John. You haven't cooked anything in many months. Not since that time you burned the soba noodles. You always bring that up. Stop embarrassing me. I'm just glad you're cooking again. Looks like John is already having a good influence on you. Before Yoonji can respond, there's a knock on our door. Jong opens it to see the driver standing there. We have arrived. Please show the capitalist to his quarters. Thank you. Well, we're here. Let's head in. I let out a small stretch after the long journey. John grabs my hand and starts leading me to the room before me. She looks cute, even more so for a soldier, but she definitely has a strong grip. I mean, it's not like we don't have women on base, but none of them look like her. Jeez, I've got to stop thinking like that. It's just a vacation. Don't make it weird. Are you okay, John? What? Yeah, I'm fine, thank you very much. But your face was so red. I thought you might have caught a fever. Oh no, it was just, John puts her hand to my forehead. Her hand is so soft. Yeah, she's definitely not infantry. You're so hot, and you're sweating a little. Are you sure you're okay? I'm sure, really. I'm just, tired from the flight. Yeah, that's it. Tired from the flight. Thank goodness. I was worried. The stores have been out of ibuprofen for a few days now. I'm not sure how we could have treated a fever. They show me around their private quarters. It's not too bad. A couple of bedrooms, a common room, kitchen and bath. I need to finish preparing dinner for tonight. Jong will show you to your room. Again, Jong grabs me by the hand and leads me to my room. The bedroom has scant amounts of decoration, and the windows are small, but do let some light in. On the bed is my suitcase, unharmed by the search and seizure ordeal. This will be your room for the week. I'll be staying in the other bedroom with Yoonji. I hope you find the room to your liking. Wait, are you telling me this is normally your room? Yes, but you needed a place to sleep. I don't mind staying in Yoonji's room for a week. We can think of it as what you American teenaged girls say, a sleepover. I can see Yoonji's bedroom across the hall. There's just one bed, and it's not big enough for both of them. I can't put you out of your room and have you sleep on the floor. Do you have a sleeping bag or some extra blankets? I could go sleep on the floor in the common room. That is not needed. You're our guest. It would be dishonourable to have you sleep on the floor. Make yourself at home. We should have dinner ready soon. She smiles and walks out the door, leaving me in her room. I open my suitcase. Everything I had neatly folded has been tossed around and crumpled up. Of course, I can't actually blame the Koreans for that. After all, I went for a couple of different airports, including ones with TSA security back in the States. Hell, the TSA broke my computer last time I tried to fly. It looked like they took a hammer to the motherboard. Damn TSA. I feel like someone who made this game had a bad experience with the TSA. I'm relieved to see my comfy Tokyo hotel t-shirt is still there though. I slip out of my travelling clothes and toss that on with a pair of jeans. Not long after, I smell something fairly decent coming from the kitchen. Both girls are there. Jong has changed into more comfortable attire, but Yoonji is still dressed in her military uniform. Jong must have heard me walk in as she turns to greet me. Ah, hi John. Dinner isn't quite ready yet. That's okay. I thought I might be able to help there, Jong. I don't need help from Western capitalists who don't know true Korean food. As she says this, she turns to face me and a shocked look crosses her face. What do you think you're doing? You can't wear that in Korea. You'd be shot on sight. Shot? For wearing blue jeans? No, for advertising an attraction of an enemy state. Jong doesn't seem too pleased either. Wait, you mean the t-shirts? Fool! Of course we mean the t-shirt. What were you thinking? Advertising a hotel from Japan here in Korea? But it's not... Are you one of those idiots who think all our countries are the same? Japan falsely accuses our country of misconduct and hinders our foreign relations. Could I please get a word in? It might be best if you change and give us that shirt. Well, why didn't you just confiscate it at the airport then? You could have just done that. Dear oh dear, inefficient North Korean bureaucracy. We can burn it so no one will know you had it. I don't need to be in trouble with our glorious leader in less than a day. Look, the border security's already seen it and put it back in. I feel like, they already flipping know, Jong. Thank you so much for changing. It would have been really awkward if Yoonji had to remove the shirt by force. But it's best not to do anything that can incur the anger of our glorious leader. I suppose. Still sucks that you burned my shirt. It was a gift from a buddy in Germany. Another military buddy, yes? Is she nice? Well, he seems to be nice. Wait, did you say she? Come think of it, I never did really check if my German buddy was a guy or a girl either. Is lederhosen a gender-specific gift? As I'm pondering if I've gender-bent every single overseas pen pal I've ever had, the lights flicker and go off. Well, there goes the lights again. What is it with the lights going out like this at the same time every day? Wait, this happens every day? Is this some sort of planned thing? We do not know, but the power does go off a lot. Usually, it's for short periods of time. However, there's one that seems to happen every day at this time. It lasts a while, an hour or more usually. You mean to tell me you have daily power outages, and you can even set your clocks to them? What in the world could be going on to lose power every day at the same time? Glorious Leader has said it is to reserve power, in case the Imperialist forces attempt to invade further inland towards us, so we will have enough power for our bases to withstand the attacks. I'm not certain that makes any sense. Are you questioning the judgment of the Supreme Commander of Korea? Deflect the topic all fronted. No, maybe just deflect the topic. Maybe we don't go to the labour camps right now. Everyone looks really angry at me for the minute. Well, yeah, maybe it's okay to go without power for a while every day. It's fine. You can do something to help pass the time that doesn't involve electricity. Winky face. Wow, you almost sounded like Glorious Leader. Ooh. Jong, you're getting close to the Labour camp yourself there. You're not supposed to compare me to Glorious Leader, alright? Glorious Leader is so far above all of us, you should not be making that comparison. Not even close to it. He mentioned that purging the need for outside energy sources builds character and allows for a deeper spiritual connection with self and others. He recommends yoga for those times. We are missing some of the ingredients for the kimchi. I think we could walk to the local mart and see if they're any to pick up. Unless you prefer some under-seasoned kimchi. I don't know, that may be good or bad, I've no idea. I do know most Americans are not accustomed to eating spicier foods. And they clearly don't teach you much about Tex-Mex or Cajun cuisine, do they? Of course not. American cuisine is an abomination. Flavourless, colourless, lifeless, all processed at speedy slop joints. Like King Donald's. It's amongst the most inferior cooking in the world. I really don't feel like correcting your myopic view of American food. Let's just go and get the ingredients you need, alright, and very quickly change the topic again. About 20 minutes later, we're outside of a small market. What I've noticed is that we aren't really in the city, more like the outskirts. We aren't actually in Pyongyang, are we? No, our barracks is on the outside of the city proper. We'll be going in to visit the city instead of staying in the city. I thought all visitors were supposed to be in the city. I already told you, the Glorious Leader made an exception for you. Now let's hurry up and go in. And here we are, a beautiful, fully stocked market full of food. As we walk in, the shopkeeper quickly turns away as he sees me. We start looking around for what Yunji needs to finish the kimchi. She has mentioned green onions to me, so I make a beeline for the produce. Look at how well stocked the store is! We should have no problem getting what you need, Yunji. Korean stores are always so full of delicious and lovingly grown produce. Something seemed off there. Jong has been more casual with how she talks. That last line seemed forced. And I think I know why, as I find the produce. A cursory glance would only give you an impression of having a well-stocked stand of vegetables. Upon closer inspection, though, plastic. What are you muttering over there? Half of this food isn't real. I mean, this radish right here, it's too shiny. I really don't think the FDA has a recommended daily allowance of plastic. They don't seem to be listening to me too much. They continue looking for ingredients. Looking at the wall where the canned goods are gives me a similar impression. A closer inspection is all it takes to see what it is. The shelves over there don't even look like there's real food on them. I've seen better artwork in a no-budget visual novel where the developers skimped on paying artists. Oh dear. John walks over to me with a worried look. We're almost done. Please don't say anything else. This is something that you do not understand, and speaking on it, it's not good. No good? Fine, I'll be a good little soldier. It's nut up or shut up for now, I guess. Jong smiles at me, though it's tough to tell if the smile is of relief or nervousness. The power is back on, and Yunji gets to work finishing the kimchi. Jong has turned on the radio. Thank you for turning into One Korea, One Voice. Here is today's top story. Our glorious leader took a well-deserved day off today by playing a round of golf at Pyongyang Old Course number 1. As expected of the son of our beloved former leader, he shares his father's natural talent for golf. Our glorious leader broke his father's record with a 40 under par 32 for the round. Included in this round was a streak of 9 holes in 1, a feat only he has ever done in the world. Guess the glorious leader missed his true calling of dominating the world tour of professional golfers. Dinner is ready. Jong turns off the radio and we both walk over to the dining table. Dinner does look good. Yunji has made traditional kimchi along with kong bap. Southerners would call it beans and rice. Wow, this looks delicious, Yunji. She blushes a little at my praise. It's really kind of cute. Well then, itadakimasu, which I'm guessing means like bon appetit, but like in Korean, I suppose. Wait, what was that? You know, that thing said before every meal. I'm guessing it's a thing said before every meal in the wrong country. You really need to start picking this up faster, John, or it will be the labour camps for us. You're mixing up your Asian countries. That's Japanese. In Korea, it would be jalmug getsimnida. Okay, yeah, that's right. Just don't say to the last time anything with Japan in it. Probably not going to go down well over here. And honestly, we don't do that very often. Often try to talk, it gets annoying hearing that before every meal. Can I at least say it once? I'd rather you not pick up that habit. Just say thanks and eat. You know what? Just say thanks and eat. I think it's time we turn in for the night. Tomorrow we'll present you with some places to go, and one of us will escort you there. Just one of you? Why not both? 3 is a crowd, plus one of us has to clean up around here some, and maybe get to the store to pick up a sleeping mat. Sorry again about the bedroom. I'll try and get some rest, but I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. Yes, I am as well, but we do need rest. Good night, Jong. Good night, Yunji. Sweet dreams. The sun isn't even visible yet, just the pre-dawn glow creeping over the horizon. Looks like the alarm is blaring from a cell phone sitting on my nightstand. Looks like something out of the 80s. I flip it open. It's set to 5:30 AM. 5 goddamn 30. Who sets an alarm this early? Oh good, you are awake, and I see you found your new phone! Yes, I sure did, and I think everyone on base could hear this thing go off. It's the latest model of innovative technology. Even citizens of Korea aren't able to get such a phone yet. Consider it a welcoming gift from our government to you. She gives a bright smile to me as she says this. Thanks, I guess. Yunji is making breakfast, so please clean up and come out soon. And all it can take is low quality, low resolution pictures that can't be enlarged into decent prints. Ah, so part of the reason they've given me an old crappy phone is so yeah, I can't take reliable photographs with it. Intriguing. Well, at least this is something they're up to date with in North Korea. It's pretty ordinary. Ordinary sink, ordinary shower, and a really, really ordinary toilet. Oh, tell me more about the ordinary things in the room. Is the toilet paper ordinary? And I mean, there's nothing special about this toilet at all. White porcelain, flush handle. Looks like an older 3.5 gallons per flush model. I know worryingly large amounts about toilets. Seriously, I cannot express how plain and ordinary this toilet is. Is this toilet subplot going somewhere? I'm just going to skip ahead to see if this goes somewhere. Like the toilet is the third romance option in this game. After showering, I hear a voice coming from the kitchen. Are you going to come out for breakfast anytime soon? Or are you going to waste this month's entire water ration? I don't think I took any longer in the restroom than normal. You took 2 minutes staring at the toilet alone. I know, I was really fascinated by the toilet. Also, do you have cameras in the bathroom? Because that's weird. What? Do you have cameras in the bathroom? Come on. Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Now get over here so we can all have breakfast. I'll be right there. We have a list of potential places you're allowed to visit here. Each day you can pick an area and one of us will accompany you there. And how will you know who gets to go? I don't have to pick between the two of you. No, I want to pick between the two of you. It'll be great, because seriously, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings here. You don't have to worry about a thing. We each have our own areas that we know more about than the other. So whichever area you select, the one most suited for taking you there will go with you. And I guess that does indeed make sense. Great, can we quit with the tutorial now and pick a date place already? Did you say date place, Yunji? So we've got ourselves a map here. So we have got ourselves China, definitely not evil. Evil occupied Korea, so we definitely can't just go to South Korea. You shall not pass the wall, lovely. Evil over this way as well. Probably some more evil over in this sort of direction. There's probably basically evil in just about every single direction. Marvellous. So, what have we actually got here? Where can we go? So I'm guessing like who I end up with depends on where I choose to go. So if I go to, I feel like, you know, I'm liking Jong. I'm liking Jong a lot better, to be honest. So I feel like we should probably go to, like, her places first. And we can learn some stuff about Korea, because this game is edutainment. So, Jong seemed the one who was maybe a little bit more open to the fact that something's not quite right here in North Korea, because she clearly acknowledged that, yeah, there was some plastic fake food in the store, but she just didn't want me to talk about it. So, Kaesong down here is the closest to South Korea. Let's go with Jong to the closest point to South Korea, see if we can talk to her a little bit about what's going on locally. Kaesong should be a suitable destination for an outing. It does take a bit of time to get there, however. We should prepare ourselves immediately. Can do. And what sort of place are we visiting today, Jong? Kaesong is boring, it's mostly history and some industry. If you like temples and academies, you'll be quite happy there. Well, since temples and academies can be pretty fun things to see, it's good to know where your culture comes from. I have no need of any history before our beloved original leader finally led us out of the Dark Ages and overthrew our oppressors. Which is why you'll never get anywhere in the tourism brigade, Yunji. Your lack of respect for our entire history prevents you from ever getting promoted beyond Hagup Pyeongsa, whatever one of those is exactly. So, what is there actually to do at Kaesong? Kaesong was the capital area of the Korean peninsula, though it was called Songdo during the dynasty periods. There's a lot of tombs to those ancient kings, but you can't reach most of them. There are museums, however, as well as some temples. Due to its location near the occupied Korean territory, it also has a joint light industrial park, though most of the workers are from true Korea. Wouldn't that be a bit awkward, working with people from over a heavily patrolled border who go back to a different lifestyle? I do not know, but I guess it would seem to make for a very silent working environment. Probably so. Anyway, is there any particular place you think we should go and visit? The old south gate of Nungdae-mun would be an ideal place to start. It would likely remind you of a typical East Asian structure you associate with the region. There's also Songgyunghwang, which houses the Koryo Museum, named for the dynasty it represents. We step out of the car and I'm immediately greeted by a large wooden gate. It's actually pretty massive and towers over all of the other things nearby. It doesn't. There's clearly much larger buildings in it. Never mind. Anyone who says there's larger buildings in the background is clearly just a Western capitalist spreading propaganda against glorious true Korea. I had the driver take us to the Kaesong Namdaemun, which is the south gate to the old walled city of Kaesong and the only citadel gate to have survived to the present day. It's really well preserved for being centuries old. I am indeed impressed. While the base is original, the wooden pavilion is not. The original was destroyed by a certain capitalist country in 1950 during one of its illegal bombing missions. These constructions you see are a replication finished in 1954. Now I feel both awed and guilty, so I'm pretty sure you all but said the United States destroyed it. Do you know of any other certain capitalist countries? Well, to be honest, it wasn't just America. I'm pretty sure there were allies floating around that were probably bombing Korea at the same time, so it wasn't necessarily America, it was just mainly America. What would you like to see next? Any suggestions? Well, there's the Anwasa Buddhist Temple, as well as the Koryu Museum. Would either of those be okay for you? So we've got a temple or yeah, you know what? Let's go to a museum. Museums are fun. Well, I did tell Yunji I like museums, so let's head to the Koryo Museum. After the typical whirlwind walk with John guiding me hand in hand, we arrive at an area with several dilapidated wooden pagoda-like buildings. This really doesn't look like a museum, more like an abandoned ancient building collection. Worse and worse. I'm sorry, I didn't quite make out what you said there, Jong. I apologise, I was talking to myself about the state of this place. I had hoped the rumours that restoration work had been done were true, but clearly they were just rumours. I guess you're right. If these are renovated buildings, I'd hate to see those workers build new ones. Please watch what you say about the workers of Korea, though I am angered at the lack of care for our heritage. These buildings are the renovated ones. From the early 1600s, after a fire destroyed the originals, they hosted many young men of the aristocracy, preparing them for civil service in our country. I get what you're saying. This area has a rich history of your country's identity. Saddens you to see it in such a state of disrepair. Am I correct? Yes. Unlike most people, I take pride in our long heritage and not just the modern Juche dynasty. It saddens me that this is passed off as a museum. We can't even keep many displays because the buildings are ill-suited for preserving artefacts. On the plus side, the gardens seem well maintained and there isn't any of the typical modern propaganda hanging around. Oh, don't call it propaganda. Don't call it propaganda. Yep, there we are. We've upset her. Anyway, want to stroll around the gardens a bit. The buildings don't appear to offer much, but this does seem like a very peaceful place. Certainly. As we stroll, a light breeze picks up. It feels refreshing. It also whips up a few petals. Looking in the direction of the wind, many shrubs are in bloom. Jong smiles as she walks over. This is one of my favourite parts of the stop. Very pretty flowers. They go nicely with the pretty girl. Oh, John. John, turn on the charm. You flatter me. I can't help but smile. These are Mongnan, or Seabold Magnolias, the national flower of Korea. They typically bloom in early summer and last until early fall. I am surprised. I would have figured the national flower would have been named after the original leader. That's a very good point there, John. We do have a flower named for him. You would classify it as an orchid. There's also a begonia named after his son. We don't have a flower for glorious leader yet. I wonder what he would choose. While standing in the gardens, I see something that appears a tad out of place for having such a nice amount of foliage growth. Off to the side is an old tree stump, along with what appears to be a memorial plaque. I walk over and attempt to read the plaque. To make sure I get the translation right, I call Jong over. Hey John, according to this plank, this tree stump is some sort of memorial in opposition to American aggression against the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Yes, this is the stump from the Korean Massacre of 1976. A group of occupied Korean Service Corps workers, under the guidance of 2 American officers and a regiment of UN command guards, entered the nearby conflict zone. They had entered there to remove a sacred poplar tree without the consent of beloved leader. When politely asked to stop, the lead American officers shouted, "Kill the bastards," and the UNC attempted to attack our forces. But our general, victorious champion, Pak Chul, dispatched our men to save the day. As we were there peacefully, our soldiers were only able to use the axes the cowardly service workers dropped in their haste to save their own pathetic skins. So if your side was successful in preventing the destruction of the poplar tree, why is it just a stump in Kaesong now, John? Why'd you call it the Korean Massacre if you were successful? Wouldn't that indicate the UN and Americans slaughtered a bunch of Koreans? It makes no sense. While we were successful that day, the Americans used their secret weapon 3 days later. A large convoy of American and occupied Korean military vehicles, under the guidance of the legendary American terrorist General Paul Bunyan, invaded the conflict zone again. General Bunyan was able to marshal all of the American Pacific forces, as well as bringing outside help from the evil Nippon, and he completed the massacre of the poplar tree, leaving only the stump. The Americans took the rest of the tree with them. Its fate remains unknown to this day. You know, that raises more questions than answers. How so? I didn't realise you had taken up an interest in Korean military victories. Victory, right, we'll go into that term later. Anyway, I remember that Gunny had mentioned meeting a prestigious general years ago who held a certain swagger stick that had been handed down a couple of times. Swagger stick? What is that? Is that some sort of specialised weapon? Not really, unless the general goes for the pattern midnight special option in it. I have no idea what that expression means, but it sounds slightly suspect to me. It's basically an accessory that looks cool and usually has some sort of background to it. Then this swaggering stick has some sort of meaning. Yeah, Gunny had met with General James Mattis at some Pentagon function years back. They got drinking a bit. After a while, the Mad Dog took Gunny and some other guys to see his collection of military memorabilia. Mad Dog? Term of endearment for the best damn American currently alive on the planet. Anyway, he showed Gunny a swagger stick made from wood and said he got it from a guy who got it from General Louis Minitri, who got it from the original owner, General William Livesey. Anyway, it's probably safe to assume the stick resting in a glass case is the remains of your poplar tree. Our sacred tree, a trophy of our greatest international enemy. Why? Maybe I shouldn't go with the classic flippant line of "to the victors go the spoils" here. It's not so unusual. Militaries throughout history are well known for taking back trophies of victories. It could be. Don't say it could be worse. It probably can't be worse to her. At least we've all pretty much moved on from taking scalps. Enough depressing war talk and history lessons. This is supposed to be a comedy game. Yay! I'm assuming this is all actual real history that we're learning here. You're learning stuff. You thought you were just going to watch a silly dating game, but no, you're learning facts about American and Korean history. Ha, I've tricked you, you're being educated. True Korea doesn't get many tourists. For some reason, we've been labelled as an enemy state of most of the world. And the thing foreign leaders say about glorious leader, all lies. So the few tourists you get, you try extra hard to leave a good impression. Then you hope they go home and dispel the rumours regarding Korea. Precisely, plus you're military, so if you go back and spread word that Korea is a good place, maybe it'll work its way to some important people. Not sure how much stock they'd put in a 1171 water dog's opinion on international affairs, whatever one of those is exact. Apparently I'm a water dog. Who knew? I don't know literally to take that. The previous game by these guys had anthropomorphic tanks, so maybe I am literally a Portuguese water dog. It's getting late and the drive is pretty long. We should head back. Agreed, Yunji might worry if we stay out too late. Don't sell yourself short, she's more worried about you. Is that so? Yes, she's really taken a liking to you, I think. She's just bad at showing her face. I don't care, Jong, I'm way more into you, to be honest. And how do you feel about that, Jong? I'd hope you'd be interested in her too. You seem a nice guy. And suited her. Stop saying that, I don't see any reason that's true. Sounds like someone isn't honest with herself, either. You'll gather no more intel from me right now. Prepare your lap, I require its use for a nap. What if this is normal in Korea? I mean, it's partly just because I went for the Yunji-type character in Panzermädel, so I kind of want to go for the more cheery, optimistic, positive one now. Even if she's only been cheery and optimistic and positive because she's, you know, been subjected to propaganda her whole life and she's probably actually terrified of being shot if she's not. Oh, I've made a classic error in this sort of game, or rather the sort of error that's going to lead towards me seeing something I shouldn't. I've stepped into the bathroom and I'm reaching around for the light switch. Yeah, I think I see where this is going. No effect, guess the power is still out. Am I going to just wander into a bathroom where there's no light? A main chance the light's about to come back on, and when the light comes back on, is someone going to be naked in the shower that I can't see right now? Because I dropped my... Oh no, don't get naked when you don't know whether there's anyone in that... Not that it would be ridiculous. Oh, never mind. You know what? Go with it. Go with it. It's the thing about the genre. And the light comes back on. Low hum of power courses through the old wiring in the room as I'm blinded by the whole room lighting up. Yep. Who's it going to be? Who's going to be... Wait, prepare the hedgehogs. Prepare the hedgehogs. We're going to need some hedgehogs here. How many hedgehogs? And... So, as it turns out, the thing I just reached for, not actually a light switch. Fine. Let's just pretend this didn't happen. Good idea, John. Good idea. So, what date route are we going to today? Ooh, what are we going to learn today? Let's learn some more about Korea. Right, and we've got these two, Mansudai and Rungpa PPG, as the two that are left with Jong. So we're going to do both of them because I'm totally going for a Jong ending here. So, Mansudai, what is that exactly? Let's learn some more about North Korea. I suppose a trip to Korea wouldn't be complete without checking out Mansudai. Oh, okay, fine. You didn't even know North Korea existed, but you claim to know what Mansudai is when I don't. Whatever, Game John. Yes, it's one of our most heavily visited tourist destinations. As such, only the top tour guides may take you. So I'll be spending the day with... Yunji will be... Wait, what? No, wait, what? Hang on. That's not what was just said. No, I'm just pulling your arm, comrade. I'll be right. Good. Good, because I don't care about Yunji. We're going for the Jong ending, damn it. We're going all Jong, all the time. I apologise. Our regular driver is out sick, so we'll be on this tram today. It may take a little longer than usual to arrive, though. That's okay, we can just relax and check out the view, which I'm guessing doesn't exist, because even though we can see stuff out the windows, I'm guessing the windows are actually all blacked out again. Looking at the trolley bus, I can see why it'll take longer. The clunker has been around since the 1970s. From the looks of it, the bus was made in a Soviet bloc country. I think the markings of some of the equipment making up the trolley bus are in Czech, possibly Hungarian. This is the Pyeongchang district, home of the Mansudai Art Studio. It is here where all of our vital works of art are created and is one of the largest centres of art production in the world. I'm going to guess that's not true, but it's what they tell you in North Korea. That sounds like the first fact I've heard since I got to this country. This place is huge and so many people everywhere. Actually, I guess, in theory, if North Korea did actually spend a lot of time and have a lot of people dedicated to producing art, they could theoretically be one of the largest producers of new artworks, kind of per day on a regular basis. I guess that is feasible. With all of the outdoor and indoor sections combined, this is easily the largest art studio I've ever seen. It is impressive, isn't it? So many wonderful pieces of art have come from here. But let's not just stand here and talk about it. Let me show you around. She grabs my hand and leads me to a large outside monument. By the looks of it, I'm starting to question if I'm in Korea or the former Soviet Union. So yeah, hammer and sickle, definitely old school communist symbols. But why the paintbrush? It's a calligraphy brush. It symbolises the intellectuals in union with the workers and farmers. And the red buildings flanking the monument? They're meant to resemble flags. The words atop say, ever victorious. But why the because we're in a... Never mind. John, just catch up, okay? While our country has moved on from traditional Marxist communism into Juche, it is still a strong foundation for how our country came to be founded. Also, the circular foundation is 70 metres in diameter to symbolise the 70 years of the party and Down with Imperialism Union when the monument was completed. Down with Imperialism. Yes, remember, before the lineage of the glorious leader finally wrested control of our country, we had been annexed into the treacherous Western Japanese Empire. That ended after Japan's crushing defeat at the United States' hands in the Second World War. So in essence, that part of the monument is in celebration of no Nippon. Oh, John. That may be the worst pun I've ever heard. Indeed it was. Jung nods and leads me by the hand into a main section of the art studio. All around us are different kinds of artwork. Paintings, drawings, embroideries, even wood cuttings. Honestly, they aren't that bad. I'm surprised by the quality. The themes are mostly of nature and the ever-present Workers' Party. Though I notice a painter in one area working on something completely outside of those boundaries. Before I can head over, Jong tugs on my sleeve. I have to use the facilities. Could you wait for me here? Oh, I'm going to go and speak to that guy, and we're going to learn something. As she heads off, I walk over to the painter I'd spotted a few minutes ago. He's painting a picture of what can only be described as war crimes being committed. However, it's a group of American soldiers torturing and killing Koreans. At the centre is Marine Corps General James Mad Dog Mattis using a baseball bat to bash in the heads of a Korean woman, which has some historical issues beyond the content itself, but either way, a tried to stay quiet, but I accidentally sneezed, drawing the attention of the artist. His face goes ghost white when he turns around and sees me. And let's just stay quiet and let him speak. Don't actually just kind of, interrupt before we even know what's bloody going on here. This guy is seriously infected with a case of oh shit, an American is trying to kill me syndrome. Maybe it'd be best if I just stayed quiet, smile, and keep my arms to the side so as not to agitate him anymore. Never mind, it's hands up American pig dog, lovely. Also, I don't have eyes. That's interesting. I've now learned that I have blonde hair, but I don't appear to have eyes. Which is concerning, because the Koreans have eyes. Should I have eyes? Americans have eyes, right? Han Ji-won, we told you to stop freaking out over every American who comes near you. The artist, Han Ji-won, turns back to his easel sheepishly, without another word to me. Unfortunately, the guards have more to say. I just wish they'd lower their weapons while doing so. Okay, Yankee Doodle, where's your tour guide? You know the rules, no wandering off from the guide. I'm sorry, my tour guide needs to go to the bathroom. Had to hit the head, did he? Will you stop using expressions that don't mean anything? All freshened up, ready to go now? Yeah, if you could just get the guys with guns off me, that'd be marvellous. Jong finally notices the two guards, who appear to be in a bit of shock that I was telling the truth. Or that Jong is pretty damned cute. Maybe a bit of both. Whatever. I apologise, gentlemen. I had to hit them on the head, and will everyone stop saying that expression? It doesn't mean anything. And as it would be improper to bring my guest with me, I had him wait here. He didn't cause any trouble, did he? Not really. He freaked out Han Ji-won, but that's nothing new or worth filing the paperwork over. I'm sorry about that. Some of our artists here are a little more paranoid than others. Well, yeah, if I was painting something depicting a Korean brutally killing Americans and you walked up behind me, I'd probably freak out too. Oh yeah, that piece will eventually be moved to a different museum. Let's go and look at other pieces instead. Alright, fine. You know what, Jong? Let's go look at some pretty flowers or something. I'm sorry you had to see that painting. It's no big deal, Jong. Everyone has their version of history. I suppose. However, it must be hard learning that your country has committed unspeakable crimes against innocents. I can't deny that we haven't been perfect, but I'm pretty sure the Mad Dog never bashed in anyone's head with a baseball bat. Well, at least not in Korea. I'm feeling a tad confused. I'm supposed to hate you. I've been told Americans are nothing but murderers and looters. Yet you seem different. Governments have a lot of power to sway the minds of their people into believing something, Jong. It's not until you meet actual individuals you start to realise we're all pretty much the same in the end. Even the— Oi! Oi! Not cool, game. Jong takes us to a large statue of the first two leaders of Korea. She bows to them and then turns to talk to me. These are the statues of the two great leaders, the original leader and his son, who followed him after his transcendence. They stand at 22 metres tall and are made of bronze. Original leader, on the left, was erected first, while he was still leading us on the ground. He was covered in gold leaf in the original statue, but was later altered to bronze. Yeah, those are indeed some really tall statues over there. I should get a picture. No! For the last time. Oh, it's the following morning, and I'm in the front room, and I've just been told Yunji's looking for something in her room, and maybe I should go help her out, which means I'm about to walk into the room, and she's going to be in a state of undress, because that's just how these bloody games go, isn't it? Sure, that's a good idea. She might not want me snooping around her room. If she's not snooping, if she's there, go ahead and help her. I'll get the tip. Okay. Question is, what state of undress is she going to be when I walk in there, and how many hedgehogs am I going to require to cover it up? I slowly step in and open my eyes and instantly choke on the words I'd so carefully prepared in my head. Prepare the hedgehogs! Not so bad. I'm only going to need one hedgehog for that. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure I need a hedgehog there. Like, there's a faint outline going on, but I think we're mostly okay. I'm just going to go for, like, one safety hedgehog here, so it's fine. Oh, damn, it's a hedgehog. Even Michelangelo couldn't have sculpted such a— Oh, chill out, John. It's just a flipping arse. Just back away. Good, good. I'm almost to the door. I may just live to tell my grandchildren about this day. Yay! There we are. Oh, bloody hell. Jong, bad timing. Good to see you and John are finally getting along, Yunji. Jong, you flipping kidding me? Oh, good. Here goes any chance of having children. I'm not sure who to kill first, the perverted peeping Tim or the loud-mouthed older sister. But then, killing him seems too kind. It's not like that, Yunji. I didn't know that you were undressed. I'm very, very sorry about this. I am going to— Yunji, I swear I wasn't peeping. Yes, you were. Oh, God. Jong not helping. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as the censorship hedgehog has made his second appearance, I'm going to call it a part there. But tomorrow, I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to go on the third date with Jong, and that's all of the dates. I'm guessing that kind of locks me into the Jong ending, so we will see where that goes next. Because clearly there's something going on under the surface here. Jong vaguely sees something's not quite right up here in true Korea, so hopefully we will be able to persuade her to potentially leave with us. Though, yeah, if it's anything like Panzer medals, there's an excellent opportunity that the ending could be rather both dark and also really, really bloody weird. So, we will have to see tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been many a true nerd, and this has been Stay Democratic People's Republic of Korea, my first and only trip to North Korea. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Okay, guys, I need you out of the way so I can fish. Sorry. I just really, really need fishing, okay? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Emotions are forbidden, all right? Oh, my goodness, I get to ride a moose. Screw you, you don't get a moose. Oh, I've got an arm. Oh, my goodness, yes. Who's got the giant buzzsaw arm now, you bastard?